Okay guys, last part. If you made it this far, amazing, especially if you did it all in the same day. If you haven't been able to do that this far, don't even worry about it. Eventually, if you keep doing it, you're gonna find that the exercises, it all gets easier because you're getting stronger and you're gonna be able to do it. So we ended the last one in child's pose, so that's where we're gonna start this one. So just come on down to your hands and knees, bring your big toes together, press your hips back to your heels, forehead comes down, and you're gonna reach your arms forward and just kind of peek at your hands, make sure they're shoulder distance apart, spread your fingers wide, and then start to press down into the fingertips, the knuckles, and see if you can sink your chest down a little bit more. And then you're gonna press into your hands, come up to all fours, and adjust your knees so that they're right underneath your hips and they're just hip distance apart. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna tuck your toes under and kind of walk your toes in a little bit closer to your knees so that you get right onto the balls of your feet as best as you can. And you're just gonna lift your knees up a couple inches up off of the mat. And just like I say a lot, make the tailbone heavy. Really feel it drop down so you feel the pit of your belly lift up and in. And then press into your hands, kind of pull your thumbs in towards each other, roll the eyes of the elbows forward. And then you're gonna start to squeeze your elbows together as you lower your elbows down to the mat, but just kind of keep them lifted a few inches up above the mat as well. Keep the tailbone heavy, pull the belly up and into the spine, and see if you can continue to breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, lift high onto the toes. Exhale, step or hop, feet to hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Just rinse all that off of the vinyasa. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump, chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then inhale, lift high onto your toes. Exhale, step or hop, feet to hands. Inhale, flat back. This time just take your index, your middle finger, hook them around your big toes. Your feet are about hip distance. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold in. Spread your elbows out to the sides. Rock the weight forward towards the front of your feet. Press your big toe down into your fingers at the same time. Lift your fingers up into your big toe. And then release the hands. And you're either gonna take just a little yogi squat here, taking your feet out the width of your mat, sink your hips down, hands to prayer in front of your heart with your elbows to the insides of your knees, or you're taking Bakasana or crow pose, bringing your feet together, lift high onto the balls of your feet. Get your knees as high up on your arms as you can, as close to your armpits as possible. Press the knees into the arms press back into the knees, and you just rock forward until your feet lift up. And then we're all gonna meet in a downward facing dog. Take one more inhale. However you wanna get there, exhale, either chaturanga or just step right back into it. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Take your hands, slide them underneath your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to so that your toes come all the way up to your wrist creases, and then inhale, lift and lengthen, and then exhale, fold. So this last little segment here is a little bit more mat work, back bending, not as much heart rate stuff. It's kind of just to end the practice, slow everything down, stretch it out. So just release your hands. You're just gonna walk it right back out into that downward facing dog. And then you're gonna shift forward into high plank. And then as you exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. And then stack your hands. You're gonna make like a little pillow for your forehead. You're gonna bring your forehead right down onto your hands. Press down into the tops of your feet. And then you're gonna really concentrate on pressing into the top of the left foot, kind of squeeze that left quad. And then you're gonna bend your right knee and flex that right foot. Almost like you're about to step on the ceiling. And then as you inhale, you're gonna lift that right knee up just like half an inch. Hold for the exhale. Inhale, lift it up half an inch higher. Hold, exhale. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, inhale a little higher. Exhale, inhale higher. Exhale, keep pressing into the top of the left foot. Don't lose that. Lift the right foot a little bit higher. Inhale, lift higher, and then hold it lifted, and then just pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the foot a little higher. Inhale and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Release the right foot down to the mat. Press into the top of that right foot really firmly. Feel your right quad engage. That right knee kind of lifts up off of the mat. See if you can hold that as you bend into your left knee. Flex the left foot. Really keep that left foot flexed and lift that left knee up off the mat. Half an inch. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. And then inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. 5, inhale. 4, inhale. 3, inhale. 2, lift it a little higher. 1, hold it lifted right here and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep pressing into the top of that right foot. 5, 4, 3, 2. Try to bend the knee just a little bit more. Lift the foot up a little bit higher. Again, pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're gonna bend both knees, flex both of your feet, and reach back. Lift the head and the chest, reach back towards your feet. If you can, you're grabbing onto the outside of your 2 ankles, kicking the feet back, lifting the chest up. Try to draw the knees in towards each other. So if you had a block in between your thighs, and you're squeezing that block to hold it in place. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and exhale, release. You can keep your knees bent and just kind of windshield wiper out your legs. So we're gonna do that one more time. Just the back bend, not that whole nonsense beforehand. So bend both your knees, bring them back to neutral. Flex the feet. You're reaching back. You're either just reaching for your toes and really trying to lift the chest up, lift the thighs up, or you're grabbing onto the outside of your ankles. Keep the feet flat and lift up. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release back down. Windshield wiper out the legs. And then lift up to all 4s. Cross your ankles. And just sit your hips back behind your heels. And because we did it in the first 2, and because I love it, we're gonna do that Navasana, that boat pose sequence again. So hands to the backs of your knees. Lift your heart up. Reach the feet up, or lift the feet up. Keep lifting your heart forward. Keep the lift in your heart. Extend your arms forward. Take a breath in, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Maybe straighten the legs. 5. If you're feeling like your shoulders are starting around, you're kind of losing it, and come back to grabbing onto the backs of your knees and use that as support to lift the heart. 3, 2. This time we're going to lower down Ardha Navasana, half boat pose. Hold it here for 5. Try to lift the shoulders up off of the mat. Activate the feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Just rock side to side. And then plant the knees, plant the feet. reach forward and just make sure you can graze the backs of your heels with the fingertips. That's how close you want your feet to be to your hips. And press into all four corners of your feet, especially your inner feet, so you can draw your knees in towards each other. And then press, as you press in your feet, lift your hips up. And then one at a time, tuck your shoulders underneath your back, interlace your fingers beneath your hips. And then press into the tops of your arms, so try to draw your chest a little bit closer towards your chin. And then really keep pressing down into the inner feet. Draw your knees in towards each other. And then just gently release the interlace of the fingers, release the shoulders, release your hips down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. And just rock side to side. And then we're gonna find a happy baby here. So you're grabbing onto, if you can, the outside edges of your feet. If you can't quite make it that far, you're gonna grab onto the backs of your calves or your knees. I prefer the knees versus the calves to kind of be able to pull the knees into the chest just a little bit more. And then maybe here you straighten your right leg as you keep your left knee bent. And if that left knee is bent, or if both of your knees are bent, what you're doing is you're using your hand to press the hand down into the foot, but at the same time press the foot back into the hand. And then if that right leg is straight, you can bend back into that right knee, this time straighten the left leg. And then if you want, straighten both legs. They're like a little supine straddle. And then hug your knees back into your chest. Take an inhale here. Then just drop both knees down to your right. Take that little supine twist. And if you want to make the twist a little bit deeper, you're going to pick up your right foot and place it on top of your left knee. So you just get a little bit more weight on that left leg. And maybe close your eyes here and you really just start to let go of your breath. And then inhale, come back up through center. And then just drop both knees down to the left. Maybe pick up your left foot, place your left foot on top of your right knee. And then inhale up through center, setting up for Shavasana, that final one. If you've made it through this whole series, congratulate yourself and get really excited to rest for a nice long time in the Shavasana. You worked hard, you deserve it. Let your muscles and bones get heavy. And allow yourself to just rest. Go at your own pace, bend your knees, plant your feet, and then just roll over onto your side. And then using your hands to help you up to a comfortable seated position. Bringing your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Taking an inhale, lift your heart up towards your thumbs. Keeping that lift in your heart as you exhale, lower your chin. And then raising thumb knuckles to third eye. From the light within me to the light within all of you. Namaste.